Hello. I'm going to say good afternoon for once instead of good morning because my morning was filled with meetings. When I say morning, I mean like 5 a.m. morning. Yuck, 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 yuck. Anyways, today we're going to talk about stages of purging. I can't believe I'm saying that. But equipment purging, stages of purging. I can't go into really high level stuff because I am not really high level. But I'm getting to the point to where I'm starting to get to have to make really tough decisions. So the very first thing that you do, fill up your inventory. Don't sell a single piece of equipment, not a single one, until you get this number here up to 1,500. Okay? And there's a very simple reason for that. You're going to get a huge benefit when you sell it all off. And it's going to blow you away. Just keep farming. You'll get money. You'll be good. Lower level, getting 10 million in silver does not do you as much good as when you're a little further along. Then, after I do that, and I get tons of complaints for people saying, don't sell your 5-star equipment because you're going to use some of my 5-star equipment, some of my best equipment. If my 5-star equipment is my best equipment, it better be on somebody already, and it's going to stay on somebody. And if it's not on somebody, it's not my best equipment, why keep it? I'm going to get better gear. So after you get her completely filled up, you start going through and saying, okay, we're going to get rid of all equipment that's level 1 and level 2. Bingo, bingo, bongo, you get rid of those. And now you've made yourself a bunch of room, and you just keep getting rid of level 1, level 2, until you get back up to 1,500. Then, get rid of level 1, level 2, and level 3. Obviously, everybody's going to know how to do this. This is not rocket science. This is just life. We all know what we're doing. And then we go to level 4, and then we go to level 5. And you get rid of everything. You just hit sell, select all, and you sell it. Make life super simple on you. Okay? Then comes the hard part. Now when you're where I'm at. Not where I'm at. This here is even before where I'm at. I don't have good gear. I mean, I have good gear. I don't have stuff that I want to put money into. Or not, don't want to put money into. God, lay on your brain isn't working right now. You've been working along. You have all this gear. What do I do next? Okay. So, what I like doing next is, God, I got a lot of new gear. All this is all new. All this is all new. This is really good. Anyways, you have your gear that you're looking to purge. The next thing I do is I come in here and I say, okay, I want to filter in just the new stuff. And you're probably going to have to go through because it's not going to all be new to you at this point. But you're going to go through every single gear that does not have a level up on it. And you're going to look at it. Now, you have to determine for you what is most important. For me, these bottom 5 statistics are the important ones. The 3 above it are not, the bottom 5 are. So I start out by saying, if there's one of the bottom 5, I'm going to keep it. If not, I'm going to sell it. Then you get to the point where you start saying, okay, now it has to have 2. Now for me, speed is king. So speed's going to count as 2. So if I have 1 speed and an HP, that is equal to a crit damage and a resistance. So I always want to keep speed. And then I'm going to go through. I'm going to keep that one. This one here, I'm going to sell. Resistance up here counts. So that's 1, but nothing else. So I'm going to go into my cell. I'm going to hit cell. And I'm going to go through each one of these and select. Oh, this has a speed resistance. This is a great piece of gear. I'm going to keep that one for sure. But then once again, only resistance. That's not enough. Resistance, crit rate. It has 2. It stays. But to be honest with you, oh yeah, this stays. Boots, if they're not speed boots, I tend to get rid of them. And that's going to be the next level. And we're going to talk about that flavor a little bit later. Once again, boots, better say speed. Now here it says speed. I'm going to get rid of it because if it's not speed on top, I don't definitely want speed on the bottom for boots. Because then they're going to be used for my go second teams. And I definitely don't want that. So I'm getting rid of that now, but that's kind of advanced purging. But yeah, continue through. This is good. This is not. This is good. This is awesome. Speed. Yes, please. As a matter of fact, I'm going to boost that up because you want to gotta keep all that stuff that's good for you. Good. 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 Bad. Bad. Good. Bad. Bad. Good. Bad, because it's boots with speed. I got 9 pieces of gear. I'm selling them all. And the other thing, I mentioned it earlier, protection with speed. Oh yeah, I'm just going to upgrade it. I always go up 8. Now, I'm not going to do it this second. Now we're pretending it's not on. So as you can see, there's no artifact enhancement going on right now. So it's coming tomorrow. So I will do it. I don't even do it tomorrow because this isn't the artifact enhancement I want. But if there's an artifact enhancement going on, I've got more gear here to upgrade than I have money to upgrade it. So how do I determine what I'm going to keep or what am I going to upgrade first? Here you can see I'm upgrading a lot. I've got a lot of stuff upgraded. How do I determine what to upgrade first? You're going to go into your filter. The first thing you're going to do is hit primary stat. And you're going to go through all your speed boots. And if there's any boots here that do not have an upgrade on them, which the protection ones won't, boom, I upgrade it. Number 1 priority, upgrade. Now for me, number 1 priority is speed. You might be far enough along the ways where you say, no, hell no, I need crit damage. So then you go through and you list all your crit damage. You find all your crit damage gear. Oh, here's one, and you upgrade it. And then you go through your resistance, and then you go through your accuracy, and then you go through your crit rate. Or in this case, you can just do all 5 all at once and check all of them to find, and most of mine should be upgraded. Because I very rarely let those guys slip through. So if I was doing it, I think there's going to be like 3 pieces of gear. 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed it. 4 pieces of gear that I need to upgrade. Then once you get those all upgraded, then you come down and you go into substats. And once again, I start with speed. And I select all the speed gear that has not all speed gear, all gear that has a substat of speed. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I upgrade them. The reason I'm mentioning this because it comes important in purging your gear. And we're going to come back and we're going to go through the purge process now. Okay, now that I have all my speed gear up, I need to purge some of it. Now here, this one here hasn't been upgraded, so I want to make sure this gets upgraded. I want to make sure this gets upgraded. But now I want to start going through And if I'm out of space, which I'm not, but if I was, this is speed gear that has 1. I'll keep it. Speed gear that has 2. I'm going to keep it. Speed gear that has 1. I'm going to keep it. Speed gear that has 2. I'm going to keep it. This one here, speed gear that has 1. I'm going to sell it. You know, that has 0. I'm sorry. Speed, but it has 0 on it. Now, once again, it's because I haven't updated it, but it's a boot, so I'm going to sell that, obviously. But as I said, you go through. Speed, keep. Speed, keep. Speed, sell. Well, if I keep it, it's because it has 2 accuracy. If it had 1 accuracy and 1 resistance, I get rid of it. But because it has 2 accuracy, I'm going to keep it because that double accuracy is hard to get. If I had double resistance, if it had double crit rate, double crit damage, I'll keep it. But for the most part, I'm looking for anything that has a speed with a 0 on it, and I'm starting to sell it. And that created a huge amount of space for me. Once again, here's another double accuracy, so I'm going to keep it. But I don't do that very often. And as you can see, I've gone through and cleaned up all this. And then when I get done with all that, I'm going to do the same thing for accuracy. Then I'm going to do the same thing for crit damage. Those are my 3 main ones I really focus hard on. Speed, crit damage, accuracy. Crit rate needs to be there, so after I get done with those 3, then I go to crit rate, then I go to resistance. But they all have a need in my teams. So that way I can go through, find all my speed gear. I have all the speed gear that I need. Here's one, double crit rate. I'm going to keep it because of the crit rate. But I'm trying to find one that isn't, but I think I cleaned everything up. I go to the bottom because I start at the top all the time. Go all the way to the bottom and see if I got some bad gear down here that I can sell. But yeah, you catch my point. You start out by thinning out your gear. What am I stuff that I'm going to keep? What stuff I'm going to sell? And then you work through, and you keep working through, and you keep working up, and you keep working up. And pretty soon, whenever you get a new guy, it's going to have good gear no matter what. You're going to sit there, and all your guys are going to sit at speed of 220 or better because you can't help it. If you have a piece of gear out here, I just went through my perception gear the other day. And so everything in my perception gear should be just freaking rock solid. And as you can see, this is all rock solid gear. I'm really happy with all this gear. If I need perception gear, my guys are going to be in freaking rocking gear. But anyways, I also just went through protection gear and did the same thing. I haven't done it on, and I did it on stone skin also. So I haven't done it on all of them. But as you can see, I've got my stuff down to where that's a usable amount. And you just play with it. People have told me, get rid of your flat rate stuff. And I 100% disagree. Whoops. This is substats. Under primary. Whoops. Sub. Get rid of the defense. Now primary. And the reason I disagree with that is, let's take a peek at this one. 2 accuracy and a crit damage. Sorry, I'm not getting rid of that. I'm just not. Now, do I get rid of a lot of that shit? Absolutely. 3 crit damage. I ain't getting rid of that, even though it's a flat defense. Now, once again, that's a shield. Let's go to... Do I get rid of a lot of it? 100% yes, I get rid of a lot of it. As you can see, I don't have much leveled up very high. But when you get something like this, I have a hard time getting rid of it. So I don't immediately get rid of flat. I'll bring it up to level 8. And then in this case, this is automatic sell. There's no redeeming value to this immortal set at all. I'll bring this up to 8. See, it has a speed on it. I might keep it. Double accuracy. Oh, I really like that. So flat rate is okay, not preferable. I am not to the point where I'm going to sell all my flat rate stuff automatically. Though I probably should sell all this freaking flat rate crap. I'm never going to use it. Slayer is such a good set that I have a hard time parting ways with it. If I have any room, any wiggle room at all, I'm keeping flat rate all the time. So, anyways, we're talking about purging. That's how I go through and do it. And I can see myself saying, hey, in the near future, this is a guy 2 speed, it stays. But if I don't have at least 2 speed, I'm not keeping it. Like this guy here, it's not good enough to keep. This one here might be because of accuracy and speed together. But like this one here, definitely in the near future, that's not worth keeping. Right now, it's barely on the cusp of keeping. Coming up soon, ain't worth keeping. This is definitely not worth keeping because not boots. But here, this one here is speed. I keep it. Accuracy 2 and a speed. Gotta go. I'm not keeping speed at all. But anyways, you're catching what I'm throwing out. Got a lot of equipment to go through. I've got a lot, just like everybody else in the world. I have, 1,500 pieces of gear to mull my way through. And one of the things that you may want to consider when you're doing this, I have 507 pieces of gauntlets, chestplate boots. So I should keep about 500 of these, but I'm keeping 1,000. So I should probably go through and purge out at least 100. Even of the better stuff. Purge out at least 100, if not 200, to give myself a little bit more room, to give myself a little bit more saving space. Especially like in Fury here, I have 6 weapons. I don't need 6 weapons. I'm not going to use that many Fury sets. And so if they're not just out of this world good, I probably could get rid of them. Damage. Resistance. Here's one that I probably should get rid of. Here's one I probably should get rid of. Damn it, I'm just going to get rid of them right now since you're here. To put my money where my mouth is. But you catch what I'm saying. Go through. This is definitely a sell. That's not. That definitely isn't. That definitely isn't. That isn't. That isn't. Well, only one real sell there. And that isn't. But clean up your stuff and you can go through. And as I said, with you constantly adjusting your rate, you constantly getting better and better and better gear, you're going to eventually get to the point to where you're going to be, you get a new guy. As a matter of fact, I just got a brand new guy now. When I equip her, she's going to be amazing. Or not amazing. She's going to have a good set of gear on her. This is the new one that everybody hates. I actually like her. I actually really, really like her. The sleep I could care less about. That is bullshit. I could care less about it. But decrease speed and decrease attack. That's both good for, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown. Bloom, bloom. For 2 turns. For Hydra, that's pretty freaking good. I like that. So I need to have accuracy on her. Restores the health of each destroyed max HP, and then heals all of the champions by this champion's max HP. So if she's got 80 to 100,000 HP, hell yeah. So she's reviving on a 3-turn. She's putting out good stuff against the Hydra heads. Hell yeah. And debuffs placed by this are, it ignores block debuffs. So if I happen to have block debuffs on my team, I can still decrease their speed and decrease their attack. Hell yeah. This is just good. And then allies deal 3% more damage to targets for each debuff placed on them by this champion. So I want to put down 2 debuffs. That's 6% more damage. Hell yeah. And then you know what else you do? You put her in toxic gear. Or better yet, you put her in hex gear. Guess what? Now, in hex gear, she's putting that out and giving you even more. And that's only on one head. If you notice, this is on one target on the target. So this is one target. This here's one target. So this is one target at a time, which is kind of sucky, but hey. But anyways, the reason I brought you over here is let's just fit her out. So if I hit my filter and I just say, hey, because it's a single target, now I don't know if I like her that much. So let's go primary stats of speed. I definitely don't want to put good stuff on her, so let's put something on her like destroy. And we go to substats and speed. And let's see if we can find any destroy stuff to go with it to match out the set, only because I'm a completionist. If I have it, great. If I don't, no biggie. I want HP. So substat of that, primary stats, HP percentage. None of them. Which is fine. Don't want to use my cruel. Here we go. We can put on frenzy. Equip. Equip. And then accuracy 3, speed 1, speed 2, equip. Not yet. Yeah, equip that bad boy. Helmet, crit damage. But you can see how in a very short period of time, I didn't put on great gear or anything. I just put on some gear to cover her up real quick. And just in kind of a naked lady form, I'm already at 35,000 HP. If I upgrade this and this, that's going to greatly increase her HP. We're talking, I mean, upgrade max gets it up to 60%. Right now it's at 39%, so we're going to double what putting on there. 60% of 13 is 8. So that brings it up to 21. And then same thing here. 40, 53, 60. Well, just by upgrading these two to max, I'll have her at 60 grand health. And that doesn't include these guys here. You catch what I'm saying? Her heal can be pretty freaking special. And as I said, they changed this to all enemies instead of one. I am all on board on this lady. But because it's single, I'm not happy with it. Restore 25% on all your allies. I like that one. That's good. I don't have a problem with this either way. So, anyways, back to equipment purge. You can see how doing this makes it so that way you have a decent set of equipment to use. And you can see here, even without trying, I'm already at damn near 100 accuracy. And I could up her accuracy very easily. You know, coming through here and saying, okay, here's speed defense. Let's find something that has a triple hit on accuracy, and I can get myself in a decent place of accuracy really quick. I can replace this with an accuracy chest plate. Filter. Accuracy. The destroy has it, but no one else does. You know, once again, play. You can figure it out. You can get really good stuff. Because in the end, you'll end up with guys like this. She's not the greatest hero in the world, but I love what I've done with her and how fun it is to play with her on the team. Where are ya, Eric's? Dang it. Here you can see I'm at 83,000, but once again, crit rate, HP percent. But look at her accuracy. Her accuracy is at 230. There's some of her accuracy. Bunch of HP here, bunch of HP here. I need to play with this one and change it from attack to HP. It'll be better. But you catch exactly what I'm showing you and giving you HP, crit rate. HP, attack. You know, it gives you can, with doing it this way, you get yourself where you have 220% crit damage. And once again, I'm not getting the ridiculous numbers that everybody else seems to be able to get. But I'm pretty happy with what I have. So, that's the end of the video. I rambled way too long. I shouldn't have. Like, subscribe. Talk to you guys later.